world. It's eternal authenticity, broadcasting live. The one and only Sky Blackwell, eternal authenticity, Sky Blackwell, eternal authenticity, broadcasting live. And I'm doing a video today about passion and discipline. Passion and discipline. Sky Blackwell, eternal authenticity. Yes, I'm a 9-year plant-based vegan, highly alkaline, plant-based vegan for 9 years since 2017. And right now it's June 20-something, 2026, and I'm still committed. Right now I'm about to break my fast. It's about to be 7 p.m., 7 o'clock in the evening. Haven't ate all day. Just been drinking my soursop juice, mango juice, spring water, and I think I had coconut water, but I may not have coconut water, but just juices and water. And been feeling great, light, lean, exercising, and I just got back from a run right now. I've been out already active throughout the day, handling business, taking care of, basic responsibilities, taking care of business, being productive with my works, what I'm saying? And then right now I just came back from a run, probably about 5 or 6 mile run. Yeah, and I feel great, it was in the sun. And yeah, I just feel real elevated, I'm very focused, and I love, just running freely in the sun, around the city or around different nature trails, nature parks. And so like, I love, having runs in the sun because I'm always burning lots of calories. And it's not just so much about burning lots of calories. Yeah, it's great. I burn lots of calories, but at the same time, I elevate, we get those endorphins going. Of course it's calories burning, so it's a good workout, good exercise. And spiritually it's great too, just to see the views, the sunset, the sunshine, different nature views, like the golf course, different parks. And it's just beautiful. It's like a good meditation, whenever we're able to, run, exercise. You can work out with weights, or you could dance, or play basketball or whatever, but also running is great too, because it's like a spiritual meditation, which I've actually grown to love more. I've grown to love running, freely more out in the sun, which I always have, but even more so. I'm more healthier, I'm lighter, I'm leaner, and I can breathe better. I've cleansed out all this mucus from my body, I've detoxed all this inflammation and mucus and congestion from years of just a toxic diet. Like I said, I'm a 9-year alkaline vegan, highly alkaline plant-based vegan. So, I've significantly improved my health. Before, when I would be running way back in the day, years ago, it was harder. I was heavier, I was puffing and huffing and puffing, and it wasn't as fun, It wasn't as fun running. I wasn't as free, and my mind wasn't as, balanced and feeling good. And, I was on a lower level. I was still great, but I've evolved to a higher level now, with this new disciplined lifestyle approach of the fasting and just of all this, everything I'm incorporating into this discipline, and I'm encouraging people to stay on the right track, Stay on the right track. You gotta stay passionate. When everybody else just wants to, be lazy, they just want to sit around and distract you and just, drain your energy and pull you down, and, just be a bad influence, a toxic influence. You gotta make sure, hey, I'm gonna go for a run. I'm gonna go for a bike ride. I'm gonna go skateboarding. I'm gonna go, play golf or basketball or whatever. I'm gonna go dance or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Surfboard, hiking, go hiking. Different things like that. just be active, especially when it's summertime, springtime, when it's warmer. I mean, all year round, you need to be exercising consistently, many times a week, at least every day. I mean, you don't have to run a marathon, every day, but you get what I'm saying. At least like 5 times a week. That's uh, that's a very lenient, great recommendation. Push yourself even to go more days out of the week, of like all days or 6 days or 7 days, but at least 5 days. That's fair, because I know with all the billions of people, some people are not as healthy. Some people are overweight. Some people are obese. They're sick, and they're very far behind. And they could not have just ran how I did in this 100-degree sunshine, Texas sunshine. Yeah, fasted, haven't ate nothing. Haven't ate no food yet. You know what I'm saying? Haven't ate no food yet, and I still ran the good run, 5-6 miles, great run, no food, and I'm feeling great. Light. I don't have all this stuff clogged inside of me. And when I'm able to run, I'm able to enjoy the music, this motivational, inspiring, positive music. And, I'm able to have my mind right, with positive, inspiring, prosperous thoughts. My mind, I have a good, sound mind. I have my mind intact. My mind is right. I have a positive mental attitude. I have a clear mind. I have a healthy mind. So it's even more fun when I'm out running, freely in the sunshine. Like I'm not all scattered and, fearful and stuff like that. Like most people, it's like, their mind is out of whack. People have a lot of mental health problems. People have a lot of mental disorders, and, whatever. They have a lot of neurological problems. But when you can get your mind right, you can also help influence getting your mind right by going for a run and, or gardening, tending to your garden, or mowing the lawn, mowing the grass, washing cars, stuff like that. But also, exercising, running, that's also going to help out with clearing your mind and healing mental health problems. You get a positive boost when you run. When you exercise in general, when you go swimmers, or wrestlers or volleyball people, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Exercise that's science. God created us to be active, but also rest and relax. But we need to make sure that we are getting that exercise in, that we're not being lazy, just watching TV, playing video games, scrolling on the phone, scrolling on the computer, scrolling on tablets, devices. No, you know what I'm saying? Or being distracted, whatever, watching entertainment, just not doing nothing, just sitting on the couch. Like we got to make sure we are getting some activity, or you can't be stuck in a job or in the office all day either. Regardless, there's time to exercise and put in work, and there's time to rest and relax and celebrate and enjoy time alone or with family or loved ones. So, but just make sure you get in that exercise. That's what I'm talking about, discipline and passion. A lot of people, they fade out. They get dry, they get stale. Many people, they get dry, they get stale, they get empty, they get washed up over time throughout their life because they get lazy. They stop putting in work and they refuse to grow. They go backwards in life. Remember when we were so young, we were in school, this and that, and everybody, we have more accountability, because the teachers and the coaches and sports and recess and all that stuff were more active, and then over time, when you leave all that, you get into working or having a family or having a job or this or that, many people, they get depressed, they get stressed out with life, and they don't make time for exercising. They get lazy, and I know it's hard, what I'm saying, but there's no excuses. There really is no excuses. We have to make God our priority. We have to make, being in a healthy place so we can serve God in the best way, and part of that is exercise. You can't just be making excuses, sitting around saying, oh, I'm at work, or, oh, whatever, I'm sad or whatever, I'm angry, whatever the excuse is. It doesn't matter. The human spirit, the Holy Spirit, God has blessed us with health, with strength, with vitality to serve God and exercise and live a fruitful life. So a lot of it is mental. If you just say, hey, I'm tired, or oh, I'm just gonna sit in, I'm just gonna drink, or smoke cigarettes or something like that, or take drugs, or just eat all day. A lot of people's eating all day. They eating too much. A lot of people just need to stop eating, and you need to start running. A lot of people need to stop eating and start running. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, because the more and more you just stay stuck, caught up in your emotions, all, deeply heavy caught up, is unhealthy. I understand. We can have feelings. We can have emotion, to process, but you can't be caught up in a negative, unhealthy, harmful way, where you're gaining all this weight, you're getting sick, you're getting all moody, grumpy, and you have a bad attitude because you're unhealthy. All your organs are out of whack, your skin is all messed up, your mind is messed up, you're all edgy, moody, you have all this inflammation, and it's just like you have this laggy, bad vibe, fatigue, irritability, grouchy, unproductive, low energy. All of that is influenced especially by your food, exercise, time in nature, your rest, your sleep. Food and mood go together, and a lot of other things influence that. But making sure you at least exercise, that will help improve your mood and help you lose weight, flush your body out, detox, and you will feel better about yourself. And just push yourself, be accountable. You can do it. I'm speaking from experience. I'm living proof of God's glory. I am living proof of God's glory. I'm a true chosen one. I'm a true, real, honorable, golden chosen one. I'm the realest chosen one. So with that being said, I'm here to inspire. There was a time where I was a little bit heavier. I was not obese. I was never like 300 pounds or anything like that. I was never like fat, but I was way swole, bigger, heavier, not as lean, you know what I'm saying? And just like a lot of mass, but I was not as healthy as I am now. Now I'm much healthier, I'm much better, I'm on a higher level, and internally it's because I've been doing the cleansing work. So I can speak from experience from back in the day where, I'll still be getting the workouts and exercising, but, at the same time, I wasn't feeling as good. I was not feeling as happy or as inspired or as passionate as I am now. Now I'm very passionate. I'm way more passionate than I was years ago. Sky Blackwell, eternal authenticity. So I'm speaking from experience. You can do it. You just have to push yourself, in a positive way, and get it. Go at your own pace. You don't have to stress out. You don't have to compete with other people. Just stay in your own lane. Stay in your own race. Stay in your own lane and just become better than who you were yesterday. That's what I'm doing. I'm pushing myself to become better than who I was yesterday. I'm making sure I'm pleasing God in the best way. So I'm improving myself. I'm minding my own business. I'm minding my own business. That's why I'm always prosperous. That's why I'm always prosperous forever. That's why I'm always successful forever. That's why I'm always highly favored and rich forever, because I'm minding my own business. So, get your mind right and go at your own pace in your health and wellness journey. I'm a coach, mentor, leader, advisor, nutritionist. You can always hire me and compensate me and pay me, and I will coach you. I will guide you, throughout your healing journey. So, hit me up, and I got you with the healing wisdom, with the service, with the coaching, with the wellness, with the guiding, with the wisdom, with the information to help you to lose weight and become healthier. But go at your own pace, go at your own pace. That's a big piece of wisdom I put, but make sure make progress, don't just be stuck and just, get lazy and get into that stagnant, plateau, find a way to keep rising higher, ascending, exploring new, healthier ways, to keep exercising and, push yourself and experiment, you know what I'm saying? Figure new ways, to get a good workout in, you know what I mean? At your own pace, what works best for you. Some people like Zumba, dancing, some people like playing tennis, some people like swimming, some people, they like running or skateboarding or whatever, surfing. You don't have to just stay on one sport, or some people like bodybuilding, weightlifting. There's other things, but you don't have to just be on one sport or one activity. Do different things, You can hike, So it's different stuff, but this is a positive inspiration message for people that's in darkness. They're in a gloomy, dark, low place where they have low passion, where, you're not as healthy, you're weak, you have a weak spirit, or you're just going through hard times and things is heavy. This is just a passionate, motivational encouragement message. You can transform, you can heal for the better, you can rise higher, you can become stronger, you can become healthier, you can evolve, you can win with your health and wellness journey. You can defeat the sickness, you can defeat the illness, you can overcome, your sickness, you know what I mean? And you can purify yourself. You can purify yourself and really get on the right path with God. You know what I mean? You have to make the discipline choices. You have to be sacrificing. You have to be obedient. You have to be obedient to God. You have to sacrifice. You have to be disciplined. And you have to be passionate, because that's how you stay committed. You can only stay committed when you're passionate. How can you stick with something that you don't have passion? And if you are sticking with something but you're not passionate, it's really kind of like you're forcing something that you don't want to do. So passion is when you do something you love, what makes you happy, what you love. That's how you develop that passion. I'm living the life I love. That's why I have so much passion. That's why I'm so passionate in an inspiring, great, wonderful, electrifying way. I'm very passionate. That's why I'm very powerful, and I'm a high value king forever, because I'm choosing to keep my soul forever. I'm choosing to serve God forever. I'm choosing to always stay on the right path. I'm not selling out. I'm priceless, and I'm different because God is using me. Yeah, I'm different because God is using me. I'm chosen, so that's why I'm different. God is using me, and you just gotta stay disciplined, so you can enjoy the rewards of God's promises, God's glory, God's love, So that's what I gotta say. Stay disciplined, stay passionate, be obedient, be pure, and yes, I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful night. Sky Blackwell, Eternal Authenticity. You can follow me on Instagram, direct message me, send me positive vibes, send me support, appreciation at Eternal Authenticity, at Eternal Authenticity, at Eternal Authenticity. Thank you. And yes, also schedule a consultation, book a consultation with me. You can check out the links below in this YouTube video description. Find me on social media, on YouTube, Sky Blackwell, Eternal Authenticity. I got you with the detox, wellness, coaching, guidelines, information, tips, counseling. I'm helping you to lose weight and detox and improve your quality of life. So find a way to reach out to me, find a way to, schedule and book the consultation with me, and I got you. Links are below in this YouTube video description. And also you can check out my new music on all platforms, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music. The links are below this YouTube video description. Sky Blackwell, Eternal Authenticity. I got the conscious binaural beats music, 432 hertz binaural beats. You can check out the links below in the description for the consultation with me. And I got 2 ebooks on Amazon Kindle ebooks, Supreme Healing Wisdom and Alkaline Healing Herbs for Success. Supreme Healing Wisdom, Alkaline Healing Herbs for Success. These are 2 top tier herbal detox recipe, wellness, detoxification, alkaline wisdom ebooks, of just like a total package of recipes and guidelines and help the best wisdom information to flush you out of the parasites and the bad energy so you can become healthier. So this is all available on Amazon Kindle. The links are below in this YouTube video description for everything. And send me some money, send me some cash, send me some blessings, sow some seeds. Links are below in this YouTube video description. I'm open to receive. Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, Venmo. Thank you. Y'all take care. Stay blessed. Click the like button, like this video. Click the like button, like this video. And I'll see you in the next video. Sky Blackwell, Eternal Authenticity, Passion, and Discipline. Stay focused. Passion and discipline. It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. Peace.